Hey y'all, welcome to Slayerfest 98. I'm your host, Barb Hardley.
I'm Colin Smith.
I'm Ashley Hullett.
And I'm Ian Carlos Crawford, and we're here to talk Angel Season 4, Episode 2, Ground State. Before we get into the episode, what did everyone think overall revisiting it? I specifically picked this team because we got X-Men and we got Hot Ladies, so I felt like this was a good team to discuss both those things. Colin, what'd you think revisiting it?
I had a great time. It's not like the best episode, but it's really fun. I always enjoy a heist, and I love Gwen, so yeah.
Ashley?
Yeah, same. I was like pleasantly surprised with how much I enjoyed the episode. Especially, I came in as like a negative Nancy to the season. I was like, I hate this season. And so to get this one as my first one is like really nice. She's super hot. I love the heist. I think that her and Angel have some really good chemistry. So yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
I had even forgotten about that when revisiting it. Like, I knew I liked her, but I was like, oh, they actually do have, like, pretty damn good chemistry.
Yeah.
Surprisingly. Barb, what'd you think?
Well, it made me think about how back in the days when you had 22 episodes a season, you're like, well, we did season premiere. Everyone was waiting all summer for that. We love it. It's big, explosive fun. And then so what are we going to do? Episode 2 is when you get living conditions, which is like a good episode, but it's like, well, we can't start the big plot now.
Right.
We gotta kill some time. So let's introduce a mutant, because X-Men just came out this past summer. When did this air? Fall 2000?
2002, I think.
Oh my God. Well, yeah. So, that's what it feels like. It's a little bit, so it's a bit of a tread and water episode. It's the kind of episode you don't get anymore, because if you're only going to do 13 episodes a season, you wouldn't put this in there. I think Gwen's entire arc just plucks right out. So, we love a filler queen. Gwen rated, you're a filler queen.
You know what I was thinking, though? You are right, though. Like, this is allowed to be fun. We get a character like Gwen who pops up a few times this season. And like in a 8-episode season, we could not have any of this episode or this character because we don't have enough space. Angel, I will say season 4 especially has a lot of like, well, we need to kill time till we get to X, Y, and Z. I mean, I did look at the episode and I was like, the episode schedule, and I was like, okay, we do get the Beast in only a few episodes. Like the Beast comes in and then that leads to Jasmine, whatever. But like these first few episodes, it's like, we don't really know what we're doing, but I was pleasantly surprised. I do enjoy this episode. It's a total nothing filler episode, but like she makes it fun because she's fun to watch.
Remember the filler episodes from like season 1?
Oh,
She or whatever that episode was. I mean, so like, look how far Angel has come.
Yes. Oh my God. In our Discord, that's the joke: is take a shot every time Ian brings up she, because I fucking hate that episode so much. Yeah, this is a much better filler episode. Alexa, I'm not sure how to say her name, Davalos, has way more charisma as a one-off character, and
it's needed because this episode don't got much charisma.
Yeah, and I almost
because she's
oh right,
ascended.
Yeah, we love a pen.
Sorry, I'll sit over here in a corner for a second while you actually talk.
No, it's perfect.
Perfect. I was wondering with her, what do we all think? Do we think they just did this episode as a one-off, and then they're like, oh, we do like her, let's bring her back? Or do we think that was like they always kind of wanted to bring her back?
I feel like they liked her and wanted to bring her back.
Right.
I feel like that happens a lot on Angel and Buffy, that like characters are supposed to be one-offs and then they just keep popping up or eventually become main characters sometimes.
Yeah, probably the chemistry brought her back.
I mean, I find it hard. She is introduced so deliberately.
True.
With a backstory, she's got a lot going on. And it is crazy to me to think that that they wouldn't have plans to bring her back for multiple episodes, because they invest so much in building up this lady. that it does seem crazy. They'd be like, well, this is all for a one-off. It's like, no, I think that these people were like, we want to write an X-Men comic book or X-Men TV show. So what is this school she's at? Like, oh, we'll get to it.
Yes.
I have some
Massachusetts
questions.
Academy.
So yeah, we open on this, Sheen version of Xavier's School for Gifted Youth.
The opening is very X-Files. I honestly thought when the episode started that we were watching, that I'd like hit an episode of X-Files. Because like the way it was shot, like it was like Wisconsin, 1985 or something. And it felt very like the beginning of an X-Files episode. So X-Men, X-Files, is, I'll get mixed up there. But yeah, it is the Sheen.
And you're right, even with that, I feel like X-Files did that weird flashback filter as well that they used.
Yes, that filter, yeah.
Yeah.
I also was like, did I
filter.
put on the right thing when I started it?
The thing I remember about this episode a lot is I remember this was when I was like huge on reading all the rumors and the message boards, and I had read there was going to be a character that was like one of the X-Men, and I was like really excited for this because I was like, I love X-Men, like sure, put one of them in Angel, that'll make me like it more. Yeah, I just remember like it was like very vague, like a character who's like the X-Men will, and they made it seem like she would be a main character, like joining the cast, which actually I wouldn't have minded.
No.
I feel like, as you mentioned, Barb, we're charisma-less basically for the rest of the season, even when she comes back.
Well, yeah. We need more lady power on this cast.
Yeah.
It is funny how like Buffy is like all ladies, Angel is like mostly all dudes.
Yeah.
But it's also like they're not really dudely dudes. They're kind of a lot of beta males. That's why we like them.
So my like stupid take based on nothing is that a lot of people say Angel's the better show, or like, oh, it's the more serious. And I think it's because it's not like girly or like femme or camp. It's more like, I mean, it's still campy, but it's more straightforward and like masculine. And I feel like people, not even on purpose or like not even like just an incel, but someone, their brain is like used to that being serious. Like that's the like good storytelling rather than like Buffy punning while she's like killing a vampire. I prefer the punning while killing a vampire. Yeah, so we get this flashback. She's I said she's like Rogue meets Catwoman meets Faith, but with electricity powers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she kill that child, by the way?
I think she does.
absolutely.
I think it's implied. Yeah.
I think he is proud. Okay, so what is this school? Is she just at a boarding school where she's the only one with like powers or something? Like that is crazy. Also, you'd think that little headmistress lady would be like, hey, also don't touch people.
Like
Just like that, your whole thing is if you touch people, they'll die. And I know you're like 6 and that is hard for you to take right now. Just don't touch anyone. Just don't touch anyone.
I think she knows not to touch people because she bats her hand away when she reaches for her, and like her parents tell her like to avoid the other children. But if someone hands you a little car, you're going to take it.
because I don't think it's not on purpose, right? Like I don't think she's like, you're doing it on purpose.
No, I think that she was like, I'm not going to touch
she can't
him. I'm
control
just going to touch the car.
The
But it was
toy.
a little metal Hot Wheel car. So
metal.
of course it's
Yeah.
going to pop off.
Yeah, like day
She
one
doesn't
is
know
like,
how metal
okay,
works.
welcome. Like, don't touch metal. Don't stand in water. Like, I feel like that's the lesson plan for this girl day one. And this teacher, the death is on the teacher's head.
100%.
I was thinking that like as a teacher, if depending on what, doesn't even matter if it is a school for kids with powers or not, I feel like we would have a little bit of a PSA in every day one class to be like,
Yeah.
this is Gwen. She's a new student. You cannot touch her at all. You
like,
will die.
COVID. Like, how we handle, like, it's like got to maintain 6 feet. Like, whatever.
So yeah, she's dropped off at this school. She accidentally fries a child. I did feel bad with her little mittens. I was like, can't they get her gloves? Like,
She's going to get gloves, baby.
Yes.
Ooh, she
Shopping
is.
at the same Amazon store as I am. Every color of the rainbow.
So yeah, the teacher screams. We see the charred toy. Post credits, we see them packing up Cordelia's apartment. So a thing that I have noticed even just from like episode 1 is I do feel like they were like, we're going to give Amy Acker more acting because she is a very good actor. So she has a few of these like kind of breakdowns in this like first half of the season. And I mean, Amy Acker's great, right? So she nails them.
Amy
I think.
Actor. You just said it.
Yeah.
She's an Amy Actor, baby.
Actor.
Ooh, girl. I was thinking, like, watching this episode, she is such a good actor. Also, because with Cordelia and Wesley not in the crew, and I think the show knows this, like, she is now having to step into the roles of two people, as well as also being Fred, which is like making weird, like, dust balls the size of sperm whales kind of things. She has to say weird stuff, but also, like, she's there for the tech, she's there for the planet, she's there for the morale. Yeah. And Angel even says, like, she's stepping up just like Cordelia. And it's like, yeah, and she can't handle this. This is a lot y'all asking her to do.
And then she's like,
skipping ahead, she breaks down about it.
Yeah. And like, I like that we're giving her more depth, and it's also understandable, right? She is a normal human person. She was not like raised in this. She was captured and put in this hell dimension, and like then here she is. So like that is a lot. That'd be a lot for anyone, but especially someone with all that trauma who 2 years ago had been stuck for, wasn't it like 10 years or something? She was stuck there.
It was a long time. I was watching this with my partner, and he was like, why is she, like, he came in, no context, basically. It was like, why is she freaking out so much? She should just calm down. And I was like, think about it. Like, not only did she go through all that of being in another dimension or whatever, and then, like, as she starts to feel better finally, then boom, two people from her little, very teeny tiny support system are gone in the same night.
Yeah.
And then it was about Gunn. That's what later when Gunn dies, and she was freaking out. That's why he was like, he came back. And I was like, and now he's dead. Like her lover, like what an intensely emotional like couple of months this girl has had.
And it's like, and I started, thinking about my own like journey with therapy and stuff, and understanding how like events that happened a long time ago like stick with you and they come back in unexpected ways, blah blah blah. And the fact that she was dropped in a hell dimension for so many years, like I think there's a reading of that scene later on where it's like, oh come on, girl. Like, making it all about you. But for some reason, I feel like it does come across as, no, like, she has a right to react this way because that is her trigger, baby. Yeah. People abandoning her getting left alone.
Yes.
That's her thing.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, just the fact that she's having to, like, do the packing of Cordelia, that is, like, depressing and upsetting, right? Like, they don't, at this point, they don't know if she's dead. They don't know where she is. And, like, Fred's like, well, let's go pack up our friend that we all love's apartment because we don't know if she's ever coming back.
They've been paying rent
on it. And they can't afford to pay.
They can't afford the rent. Yeah, the landlord wants to give it up now.
I feel like, I don't know, how did they even fucking pay that rent? Like, it's LA and that is a nice apartment.
They really, like,
clearly a steal, though.
That's true.
X-Men always made it to where, like, well, Angel or Professor X, they're just wealthy. And that explains it all. The writers of Angel needed to have one of the cast be secretly wealthy, like Wesley or something, to be put just to like right away, like, this is how we get by. This is how I buy groceries.
Yeah. I wrote in my notes, but where is Dennis? And then we did get the mention of Dennis. I wish we had I think this is the last time we see or hear of Dennis. I think.
I was like, and they just leave him there in that apartment.
Yeah.
And
I know.
They could have done some research and seen if there was a way to move him to the hotel.
Yeah.
I don't even think they tell him, jumping ahead spoilery, but I don't think they tell him about Cordy at all after this.
I don't think so either. Like, we really never go back to him. So, I don't know. And also, I mean, we say this all the time, but I would have loved more of Dennis anyway, like, in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking up his appearances, and this is his last appearance on the show. Yeah, which is a fucking bummer.
I wouldn't want him to see Cordy anyway when she comes back. I don't want him to. I want him to remember her as she was.
You know what? He would have known.
That's
why they couldn't bring it out.
Yeah. You're right, because also that would just make sense, right? He's like a ghost, so sure. Why wouldn't he be able to be like, this isn't her? I do like how much she like basically hates Connor now because
absolutely, and deserved.
He deserves it. Because what is I like quoted, what she call him, like, oh, you were banished to the ocean depths by your ungrateful snot of a son. Like, I love that she's like, fuck that kid. I hate him.
Yeah. I enjoyed watching her tase him in the last episode.
Yeah. Very satisfying moment.
Yes. We go to Wesley, which I wouldn't have minded if we got a little bit more. Like, I kind of like the idea of him having his own crew.
Yeah.
Now that he's separate.
just like Abercrombie and Fitch models.
Yes.
He went out and he's like, I don't need any brains. I just need some muscle. Like, put on a shirt. We're going demon hunting at the mall.
You know what? Make it a tank top. Yeah, I wouldn't have minded like if we kind of saw his crew and like maybe they were like, I don't know, because it does also make sense that Wesley would have a crew because he is, especially this version is so dark, but like he is good at like doing the research and then going to like find the thing. Like,
yeah, he's resourceful,
and he did run Angel investigations when Angel abandoned them in season 2. So like, this is jam.
And I mean, like, he was a terrible watcher, but he still was a watcher, so that does come with like knowing how to do some shit, right? Like,
do we think he'd be a good watcher now?
Yes.
Like, if he was given a Slayer at this point.
Because he was just a rough situation.
He was just young at that time. He was just inexperienced.
Yeah, I do think he would be better now, but he might be a little too dark.
Yeah, and he had two players who had no interest in him.
Yeah. Oh my god! Well, we get to see him reunite with Faith later this season because season 4 is amazing, baby. Season 4 is crazy.
Yeah, season 4 is bananas because it has some of the best, but also some of the worst.
Yeah.
Because the Faith, who doesn't love the Faith arc? It's so good. And Wesley like immediately knows what Angel's there for. We see that he had been investigating where Cordelia had been. I do like that. I like that Wesley knows, right? Angel's like, I'm okay with you. Like, I forgive you, blah, blah. And Wesley's like, I know what you are here for. Here you go. Here's the thing. I don't need to talk to you. Because I feel like that tracks that Wesley's not being rude. He is helping him, but he's just like, we don't need to do this. Like, we don't need to do, like, we both care about Cordelia. She was also my friend. Here, I was trying to find her. I didn't. We don't need to pretend.
Well, he got so far, and then only a dead person can continue. But
like I do feel like he's still helping, but he's just like, we don't need to do the like feelingsy whatever because we're not friends. What is it? The Dinza he leads Angel to. That's the thing that like you have to be dead. And
I like her.
Yes.
She's creepy and shifty, and I liked it.
She's having fun. She's got her own little party of dead things down there. She's, she's rocking that shroud. I like when he walks in and she just like keeps like goosing his neck.
That made me think of Gnarl a little bit. Just like a little bit of teasing, but you can't see her yet.
I thought sometimes these shows, it really is like, what do they have laying around? Make that the monster. But then sometimes like, she looks fucking cool, right?
Yeah.
Like I thought
her wings are a little bit, fairy time at Party City, but the shroud and everything with the fingers, oh boy. Yeah, I like her.
And like it looked kind of like Guillermo del Toro-y to me. Meets Jeepers Creepers. But yeah, no, I thought like
meets like a Civil War widow. Like that's also the vibe I got. She's just like, I remember the day, like one you don't like from the wrong side of the Civil War.
Yeah, no, I thought this is one of those things where I was like, this would be a cool thing if he had to go see her for advice again. But yeah, because I was even looking at the behind the scenes photos and the makeup, like they did pretty good, like for even without the veil with the face, like. So yeah, no, I like that, and I like the like purple lighting they use, and even Angel's a little thrown off, and also you know what I was thinking a lot about here. We're getting to see him crack a lot of jokes. Because a lot of people's critique of him in season 7 of Buffy was that he didn't feel like Angel, but I do think he does, because like even here when he's like. She says, like, I know you were lost. I know all lost things. And he's like, really? City of Atlantis? Jimmy Hoffa? Holy Grail? And she's just like, Like, she's like not entertaining.
No time for him.
And she tells Angel he needs to find the access, which like now we're very much doing like video game quests where it's like a thing to a thing to a thing to a thing. Now go find this other thing. The scene's pretty quick. She does say, he said, why should I trust you? And she says, because I'd love to keep you, but you have so much more to lose. Which, like, in theory would be like, oh, that's just a monster being vague. But, like, he does. He really does. God. Then we cut to enter our adult Gwen. Her outfit is... It really is Faith meets X-Men, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, like it very much. Yeah, I mean, she looks like Rogue from the first movie, but like meets Faith. I mean, those leather pants, the opera gloves. That also, like, I mean, these were like $5 on Amazon, and I feel like that's about what she's wearing. I don't really know if you can make those look like cool or nothing. But oh boy,
But you both do.
she is just a quipping machine. I mean, like she comes in and she's dialed to 11 on like Buffyverse. They're like, we need to create a Buffyverse character, and she's coming in being like, well, now you're watching surrealism, blah blah, parasyllabic, blah. Like,
I like that her outfit is still all red except for the gloves, like the puffer jacket and the red pants, and that. So she's graduated to black gloves now.
She sticks with the theme.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Stays on theme. There's a world in which this character doesn't work, but she just does. I don't know, like, because you are right, Barb. It's like dialed to like so up there for a Buffyverse character, but like I don't know. It feels like this actor understood and was like, all right, I know what I'm doing here, and I'm gonna make it fun and like charming.
I think any lesser actor. I'm trying to think of other times they've introduced characters that were like quippy times a million. It was just like, this actor ain't pulling that off. I mean,
but right, it is like sometimes the one-offs. It is like,
But no, yeah, she does. She really does make all these crazy lines. It makes me wonder, what has she been doing in the 20 years or like 50 years? Like, she's been reading everything, watching everything. I mean, I guess she wasn't kicked out of that school because she learned a lot about science and electricity. Or she went to like an electrician school. She went and got her community college degree.
She went to Penco Tech. Yeah, I like when he's like, I thought we were going to be discreet. And she's like, is a nipple showing? Like, so ridiculous.
Also, that actor he's the dad from My So-Called Life.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
As soon as I saw his face, I was like,
He looks familiar.
That's funny. I wonder if that's why he has like a little bit more, he has more dialogue than usual for like the side villain in a one-off. She melts his watch.
$12,000 watch.
I was like, is she gonna pay for that?
Well, he's stiffing her on the commission, so
yeah, he deserved it for sure.
He deserved it. Like, maybe keep it, right? Like, you got it.
Right. Pawn it.
Yeah. She basically knows he's lowballing her. She like bargains up, gets a drink, and leaves. We go to Lila and Wesley. I have been asking everyone, what do we think of Lila and Wesley together? Barb, I'm really curious what you think.
I mean, sexy, hot, steamy. I mean, she's like, shut me up, and then he's like, I'm gonna go down on you. Like, it's great. I mean, I think this is good development for both of them. I mean, I think if he hadn't just like kept someone in his closet for like half a season, maybe this would be a little bit more healthy. But like, he's clearly
that turns her on though. So
yeah,
which does track that would turn Lila on. Like,
yeah,
that shitty fucking prisoner, make her listen to us. Like, I feel like that,
Where'd she go? I don't remember.
He leaves her chained to the dock after they get Angel.
God.
Tells her to go live her life.
And then we never see her again.
I mean, hey, if I was her, I'd be like, yeah, fuck LA.
I am gonna move away.
New York.
I was a hard sell on Lila and Wesley, but so far I've been liking them more. Ashley, what do you think of them?
Oh, I love them together.
Yeah.
I think they're so fun. This scene, I did get grossed out at her making the Mrs. Robinson joke about Connor, and I was like, why? Why? Two women now.
How old is Connor supposed to be?
I know. I've brought this up in like every episode. I think he's still supposed to be like
too young. It doesn't
16,
matter.
I think, or 17. The problem is he doesn't look as young as he's supposed to look.
Yeah.
Like, I talked about this in one of the other recordings that when I watched it live, I really thought, oh yeah, he came back from this hell dimension and he's there. Like, I thought he was the same age as them because not that Angel and Cordelia look early 20s, but like that's what they were. What Cordelia was supposed to be.
Yeah, Cordelia's only supposed to be like 21 or 22 at this point.
Yeah. So like,
but she's written like she's 30.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they like definitely also, I mean, when she comes back, they dress her older this season.
Yeah.
So that does make them look different. But in my head, because everyone's age doesn't really matter, the character is usually 21. When I watched this live, I fully thought they were the same age.
Man, but
because I hadn't watched Angel season 3 consistently. Season 4 is when I started watching it consistently.
I mean, just for tact, he has to be 18, right? I mean, I get that, like, you know, we don't want. I mean, I get that, like in real life, ancient demons possessing bodies don't
Right.
care about statutory
Right.
rape or nothing like that. But just as like writers of a TV show, I feel like even if I was a writer on Angel, I'd be like, well, we got to make him at least 18 because just me as a person, I don't want to write a scene where
But even Lila, like I know she's evil, but like when she makes the Mrs. Robinson joke, I was like, she's got to at least be supposed to be in her 30s, right?
Oh yeah.
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 So if he's not
I don't
18,
know.
like,
You
girl.
also, I feel like there was a lot of shows back then that had adults with teen
Yeah.
dynamics.
How old was Vincent
absolutely.
Kartheiser at the time? I
Mm.
I'm
say
sure he
take
was
his
older.
age and subtract 5 years. Because that seems about par.
Well, I mean, even Riverdale, that was a plot in season. I only watched season 1, but that was a plot in
Oh,
season 1.
God.
Archie was having an
Okay.
affair with the
I
teacher.
mean, Pretty Little
I was
Liars.
gonna say Pretty Little Liars did 7 seasons of it. So.
Yeah.
Oh boy, okay, well I'm 41 and I got a lot more conservative morals, I guess, when it comes to having sex with a child of a vampire. When they've been trapped in a hell dimension and come back.
Barb's better than the rest of us.
Especially when you think
Lord.
about they were changing his diapers a year ago. So
That is
know.
weird. That is weird.
I hate it.
Nick said in one of our recordings, well, he's like 1 year old in our dimension. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
God.
Yeah.
That birth
Yeah.
certificate. Does he have a birth certificate? Probably not. He was born in an alleyway.
And right, if your mom's a vampire and your dad's a vampire, I don't know how that
Yeah,
would
he
even work.
definitely doesn't have a
He's,
social.
he's undocumented. Yeah. Okay. Oh boy. Also, it's just so crazy that's Pete Campbell that like I can't think of many actors that later on have another role that so defines them as a person, personality, face, everything that it completely erases everything they did before, especially like a Buffy Angel actor because I love these shows, but like I see Pete Campbell and I do not see I don't see little Connor. It's just crazy. I feel like Mad Men fans don't know he did this.
Oh no! When the first time I watched Mad Men and he showed up, I was like, "Oh, that fucker!"
And they knew what they were doing because they cast him as a fucker.
Yeah, he's like a
Oh,
terrible
absolutely.
character on that show,
It was
right?
Yeah,
perfect
but
casting.
But he's
Yeah.
like, you grow to
By
like
design,
love how terrible
like-
he is.
Mm.
Not great, Bob. I mean, he has one of the definitive memes of the 2010s. That's crazy for Connor to have.
Yeah.
Good for
yeah.
you.
Yeah. I forget about because I wasn't a Mad Men person, but like, yeah, even I know that like not great Bob is him. Like, that's just like something I feel like I even say sometimes. I don't even watch the fucking show. I'm just extremely online. So Wes and Lila, I wrote that Mrs. Robinson line down. She is referring to Cordelia and Connor, isn't she? Or no?
she's
No,
gonna
she's talking about herself.
because since Angel kicked Connor out,
Yeah, that's why she's looking at him later in the homeless
As
camp
a-
because she's trying
he
to
could use
like
a big sister
run
and Mrs.
into
Robinson.
him.
Oh, I thought she was referring to. Oh, right. So we recorded these out of order. I'm getting mixed
No,
up.
because she also they don't know where Cordelia is at Wolfram and Hart either, right? So
Right, because in like 2 episodes they will. So that's what I was in my brain. I was like, oh, so she's referencing that Cordelia is going to be staying with him, right? But no, she's not referencing that because they don't know that yet. Right.
Neither do we. We don't know what's coming.
I know. There's so much of this that where it's like, this is good, but I know what's going to happen from
You know,
this.
if
I
Firefly
don't.
had been canceled, would they not have created Jasmine just to like, well, we love Gina Torres?
I
Like-
wonder. So Joe Hill, who does the 3D printed figureheads for a lot of the covers that I do, he sent me an interview with, and I forget who it was, but they said that this was always the plan and that they just slightly tweaked it for Charisma being pregnant. But I also think slightly tweaking it could be doing a lot of work there. The phrase, like,
Yeah.
because
what
it
I
doesn't feel like this was always the plan.
no, what I had read was the plan was always like Cordelia / Jasmine coming back, but it would be Charisma in the final scenes. But then the pregnancy, they worked that into that.
Oh, like
Jasmine.
Gina Torres wouldn't have been Jasmine. Cordelia would have just been Jasmine.
Yes, it would have
Okay.
been Angel versus Cordelia at the end.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, it's a little bit better.
Mm.
Although I do love Gina
Yeah, it was
Torres.
supposed to be like a reverse Buffy season 2, where Angel has to kill his love.
Mhm.
Oh.
I just, yeah, I don't know. I don't love a lot of shows do this where it's like we have a big cliffhanger that like seems like it's opening the doors to like a whole new blah blah blah, and then we kind of undo it. Which, if it was always written to undo the Cordelia thing, I don't know. That just, and this is me being nitpicky, but like I don't. There's storytelling where there's like red herrings, and then there's storytelling where like it is a straight up rewrite, and I don't like when it feels like a straight up rewrite, even if it was planned. The same way, which, everyone shut up if you get mad at me saying this. Not everyone here, but everyone listening. Everyone online. The same way James Marsters Spike says that bitch is going to get what she deserves. And the writer said that, no, that was written on purpose, that he was going to get her soul. That is not how you say you are going to get something for someone you love. Like, it just isn't. And his delivery is villain Spike, not love puppy Spike.
Yeah.
And there's a difference. And there was a difference in when James Marsters acted it. So, like, that was on purpose. And for me, that is, like, not just a red herring. That's, like, a rewrite of the scene. The same way, like, I apply this to Cordelia in Birthday. Like, Skip walks her through. That whole episode was a waste then, because he, like, walks her through how important she is and how, like, with visions, this is what happens and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, well, then that was all meaningless. And I don't love that. I don't know.
Well, it wasn't all meaningless in that it was all manipulation, but yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Anyway, on to the heist. Angel and Gwen both breaking in at the same time. Oh,
before we do that, the planning of the heist.
Yeah, we skipped that.
I want to talk about Fred's little ghosty.
Yeah.
So good.
I like her flip charts.
I do.
And how, like, upset she's getting as Angel's pictures are, like, so incredible.
And quick.
Yeah. The first one, I was like, that ain't that much better. And she was like, you drew that? It's like, it's just like 2 lines. I don't know. But then the Cordy portrait, like, could have used a third. You got to have the rule of threes in comedy. He should have had a third. Good drawing. Should have been of her. Should have been of Fred. Like, no, you're doing a great job. Look how good you're doing.
With her little ghost.
Doing the presentation.
Her little boo is good. It should stand next to Buffy's Buffy Will Patrol tonight.
Buffy Will Patrol.
Yeah, yes.
So I gotta get that on my other thigh tattoo.
I think so.
I also really like the line of her being like, I've been trying to think of something, but so far it just involves a lot of going to prison and being somebody's bitch.
I guess we should also take this time to be like, is it weird how horny Gunn is for Fred being in charge? Like, I don't know, like, Gunn and Fred are an interesting pair, and I don't know. It feels like we don't know what else to do with these characters, so make them a couple.
Yes. Very much.
I don't know. His horniness for her being in charge doesn't feel like it has a deeper anything to it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a little weird.
I do like Wes and Lila a little better this season than I have any other time before. Like, and we're only 2 episodes in, but I have liked their scenes. My problem with their scenes is that it's always the same thing, where it's like either we're post-sex or we're about to have sex. That's it. And like, I need, like, let me see the conversation of, do you want to come over? Let me see the stupid small talk of when she does come over. Cause Lila probably would have no time for small talk. Mm-hmm. Like, and I think that would be more interesting than always either seeing them before or after sex.
I just feel like she doesn't text and say, hey, do you want to, she just like shows up and is like, are you home?
Yeah,
I want to see that. Now.
Yeah.
But like, even that I would like to see, because I feel like Lila would be very direct and very no nonsense about like, I want to have sex. Take your pants off. Let's go. But Gunn and Fred, I'm like, I really did. Season 3, every episode I was complaining about, like, what are we doing? We're sitting with them for so long. It feels like we're circling the drain. Their chemistry is a little bit better this season. I don't disagree with you though, Barb. But I don't know, they feel more comfortable and familiar with each other, which I like. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, I feel like I know a couple of dudes who would be like, oh yeah, she's in charge. Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, I think it's totally believable. I don't know.
Just like, not for him. You don't buy it?
Well, I just don't buy them as a couple. I don't know.
Yeah.
Very fair.
And maybe it's because we now know that like J. August Richards is gay, homosexual man. And if you rewatch this, is like, well, Fred is his beard. Then I'm like, oh my God, it makes so much more sense now.
I mean, that's like, we all know I love Oz. Oz is my favorite Buffy crush. I always think him and Willow don't have the lovey-dovey. I think they have like cute friend chemistry and like supportive friend chemistry, but for me, they never have they have the chemistry of a closeted person and the person they're trying to pretend they're straight with is what their chemistry is to me. And I don't think that's on purpose at all. That's just like my reading of it. So I could see that kind of being what it reads as here. All right, so now we're at the heist, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Angel and Gunn are both breaking in, or Angel and Gwen are breaking in at the same time. We get the like meeting of them where she's upside down. There's all the like security thingies. And I do like who are you? Who are you? I asked you first. What are you, 7?
Yeah.
She immediately has chemistry with him.
Yeah. I really like Gunn when they're trying to like working on getting in, and he's like, "Oh, this is so much harder than it looks in Batman."
Yeah.
Thought that was a good line.
I mean, this does hit one of my just favorite things in all of fiction, which is like dum-dums trying to do things. I mean, it's Guardians of the Galaxy, like seeing Gwen be so expert and then just like,
Yeah.
Oh, and also like her like meticulously like cutting the wires, and then Angel walks up and just like pulls the whole thing out of the wall. Like, I like that. It's fun.
Yeah. And I do like that she's like you said, Barb, she's an expert and she has no fucking time for them, right? Like, when she makes fun of them when she's like, well, gee golly gosh, guys. Like, she's like, fuck off. Like, get out of here with this.
Hey, Angel's also kind of like, wait, no, what are you? Like, what is this? Like, you just like the viewers, like, I don't know, what is this? What is this? We have mutants now?
Yeah.
Because she is a mutant.
Mm-hmm.
They
don't have more mutants.
They don't give any other explanation for why she controls.
And she uses the term freak, so it's like basically she's using freak as the way the X-Men use mutant. Like, and she like proudly says it too, right? And she gets mad when the other guy says it, but she's like, I say that about me, not you.
Yeah, so that's my word.
Yeah, and so I honestly give me fucking more X-Men ripoffs. I don't fucking care. Like,
they're cool characters.
Yeah, they're cool. I do like that. When she's like, how stupid do you think I am? Because she's like fully thinks they're lying about it being for like the woman he loves. Mm-hmm. And then the alarms go off and she's like, don't answer that. They get the gate open and Gunn fucking dies. She
killed him.
Electrocuted and dies.
To be fair, she warned him. She said, let go of me, and he didn't.
Right, and that normally precedes death, so it's very fair.
And in the scene right before it, Gunn warns the guard that he's about to punch him, and then he punches him. So, like, Gunn understands how this warning works.
It's true, yeah.
Colin, are you a Rick and Morty girl? I forget.
I've never watched it, no.
Because I love Rick and Morty. That's literally, there's a bit in Rick and Morty where he's like, goes to talk to the president, and they're like, oh, it's an intruder, we gotta kill him. And he's like, if you touch me, you're gonna die. And someone touches him, and they just collapse and die. And he's like, well, I told you. And they're like, what the hell? He's dead. And he's like, I said, if you touch me, you die. All right.
I didn't lie.
What that reminded me of. She gets away with the thing. This is the access.
But
right?
she resurrects Gunn.
I do. I feel like that's an important character point, right? Where like, she really want to kill him. She can't stand these people.
She does push through both Angel and Fred and like punches them. Or like, she could just be like, I got this, walk up, touch it. But she's like, no, I need to fucking knock both of these.
Get out of the way.
Which is very Faith, right? Like that is what Faith would do, where she'd be like, I need you to get out of the way, but I'm not going to verbalize that, so I'm just going to knock you out.
But I think it's also to help her escape, right? So like she shocks Angel and knocks her out, revives him, and then gets the fuck out of there.
Right, and then they're still there, so like people would find them.
Speaking of Faith, it's a real missed opportunity that they didn't have these two characters meet.
Yeah.
And they're in the same season.
She comes back the episode after Faith leaves.
Because also Faith, they would have been so annoyed by each other. Like Faith would have found her annoying. She would have not liked Faith, and it would have been.
But also, she's like, Faith, let's go do a high priority heist. Faith would go, okay, you are who I should have been with all along.
And then they can hate fuck.
I was gonna say, maybe they can make out after. That sex would be great. Like.
Yeah.
So then she revives Gunn, she gets away. We see Lila watching Connor. I don't know. Does Angel know she's in charge of this branch of Wolfram Hart now? I don't know if he knows.
I don't think so. She does mention it to Wesley, but I don't know that the Angel Investigations crew would know.
So he goes to her because he wants to know about Gwen's client. I do like Lila. I feel like this is a pretty like iconic Lila. I mean, she's like, I don't do errands unless they're evil errands.
Yeah, that's
I do like her like shitty, like, yes, I care so much about the homeless. Like she's such an asshole. I do have a question. I was a little confused. I was like, so is the way he gets her to give him this information is just by saying, you're watching my son and I'm going to be okay with it just right now? Is that it?
Yeah, because when she's like, "What's in it for me?" He's like, "I'll let it slide this once that you're here."
Because she continues to watch his son throughout the season.
Yeah, they do that for the past few seasons though, where Angel's like, "I'm gonna go threaten Lilo or Lindsay," but then they're besties again.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Or
And also,
besties.
is she afraid of him?
Right. Like, I feel like
I do like it.
Angel's...
He's like, I got a question about why you and Wesley smell like each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. I think that's a good point. That I don't think Lila's afraid of Angel. I think she's more annoyed by Angel,
Mhm.
even though he could technically kill her. Like, right? Like, it's not like she's...
Yeah.
It's not Glory with Buffy, where, like, Buffy finds Glory... Or Glory finds Buffy annoying and also could kill her very easily. It's more like Lila is just like, I know legally you can't touch me, and I have, like, lawyer powers over you, but, like, if it came down to a fight, you would kill me.
Can you sue a vampire?
Right?
Because like, I feel like you get,
does.
well, I guess, but like, don't you have to have a lot of paperwork?
Like documents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to be like, because where's
that's-
Angel in the system? What's Angel's social security number? You know?
They have paralegals for that.
Yeah.
Lila's not worried about that.
Yeah, that is not Lila's
That's
problem.
fair.
She's gonna make Gavin deal with that.
Yeah. Back to the hotel, we get Fred like looking after Gunn, and once again we see that understandably that was really rough on her because it's not even like a near death. He died. Like
Mhm.
it was a death experience. When she says you died and left me all alone and is crying, I was like, oh man, Amy Actor is so good. Like
She's a good actor. That Amy Actor's a good actor.
she is. I felt really bad for her. And like you understood that like she has such little support in the system. Angel has just come back and like, oh, so we would replace Angel and then Gunn would leave and Fred would be again, have to be in charge and be
Have
one
to deal with
person.
it.
Yeah. And like, that is a lot. And so I do feel bad for her. I appreciate that we still, Fred feels more nuanced this season, like pretty immediately.
Mhm.
And I think it's what you said earlier, Barb, where it's like, well, we don't have Cordelia. We need a woman who is a full-fledged character. And Fred previously had been a little twee, and I feel like now we're like more fleshing her out a little.
Mhm.
Can we also talk about how real it was when she was ranting and she's like, I'm sick of taking care of everything and paying bills and making plans and keeping my head up. I was like, preach.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm
girl.
so sick of my chin being up.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
This is how all of us feel.
Yeah.
We cut back to Gwen. She is looking in her reflection in elevator doors. And I do like that her reaction to Angel not having a reflection is, after I kick your ass, we're going to talk about this. Like, she's
How
not
does
really
she
that...
not know? How does she not know that vampires are a thing?
That's my question, Barb.
Maybe
Because-
she just doesn't know all of the nuances that come with being a vampire.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
like,
but she clearly must know about the supernatural though, because when he says, "I just want to use the access to find something," like she knows what it's for.
I did
like,
have that question too.
Mystical things exist.
I think it's the thing of like, Marvel did this after the first Avengers movie, how like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. took place after that. And in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., a show that I do genuinely love, that first season, they'd be like, well, that can't be true. This can't exist. And I'd be like, an alien invasion happened because of a god in New York City.
And a Norse guy with Mjolnir helped
Yeah.
out, like,
So like, I don't know that
I mean, come
anything
on.
seems far-fetched at this point. And I feel like Buffyverse sometimes does that where it's like, why is this character surprised vampires exist if everything else exists?
Right.
Because also the client she's working for is somehow involved with Wolfram and Hart. Like they know who the client is, and like I can't imagine anyone who knows Wolfram and Hart doesn't know that they are like a supernatural, mystical, demony law firm.
evil
Yeah.
law firm
Yeah.
from hell.
Yeah, but whatever. She does give him a run for his money. They have a pretty good fight. It is kind of sexy when she opens his shirt and electrocutes him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I wrote
This
down they were
moment-
sexy flirt fighting.
When so you gotta spend the next 30 minutes trying to walk me through this. When she restarts his heart and apparently the feeling of having your heartbeat you have to kiss whoever's around you.
It made him so horny.
Heart means
It
love.
made him like his heartbeat made him so horny. He had, I mean, granted, there's already chemistry. She is beautiful. She's already on top of him. But it is just wild that, like, I mean, I guess it's like in Pulp Fiction when you get the adrenaline.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
like maybe
it's like pumping
that.
his blood. You know, it's like
Blood,
Moving
like
it
coagulated blood starts flowing.
That attention, you know,
Yeah,
blood's flowing
yes.
again.
I do feel
Wait,
like it's,
how?
the blood is flowing, so it's immediate boner and horny and
I'm like, how do vampires?
Uh-huh.
Vampires be sexing? How?
listen, one of my favorite
Mystical boners.
Yes. One of my, we hate him, but one of my favorite Joss Whedon quotes about the show was that had been asked him a lot. And he was like, if a vampire couldn't get hard, the show would have lasted one season. And
Yeah.
I do think that's kind of true, right?
I
like,
also just love that, like, every time, every fan. How does Angel get a boner? Like, every time, every convention, like, that's his purgatory. He's in it.
Yeah. The first time I ever saw a Buffy actor at a convention was Seth Green. And I remember Seth Green. It was like they did the panel and then they were about to open for questions. And he was like, before anyone asks, yes, Sarah Michelle Gellar is beautiful. Yes, David Boreanaz is as smooth as a baby's behind and gorgeous in person. Now we can ask all the rest of the questions. Like, he was like getting all that out up front because he knew everyone was going to ask about Sarah Michelle Gellar or David Boreanaz.
Yeah.
So I imagine that's quite common for any Buffy person. But yes, so they get locked in the elevator. In comes the dad from My So-Called Life. I like that when Angel narrates, she's like, yeah, no fucking shit. When he's like, it's a double cross. And she's like, yeah, I know. Like, then we get, what is it? He like, it's plastic. She can't electrocute it. There's gas. And she's still shitty even when she's almost dying. When she's like, if I die, that was a good kiss. Angel breaks the panel. They hold hands. They electrocute it. I like them working together too. That's like fun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember how they, what is it? They just like that just opens the doors,
It
right?
just opens when it shorts out.
Angel stops her from killing the dude, but punches him. And I do like that she's like, did you at least break his nose? Like,
Keeping with the, X-Men recently coming out or whatever, it was a couple years before. But when she's like, have you ever been struck by lightning? And all I could think was, what happens to a toad?
yeah. Because she does say earlier, how many times?
14.
Yeah, 14.
I'm not sure if that's supposed to be how she got her powers or if like that happens because of her powers.
No, I think it's because of her powers.
Okay.
She says, I just seem to attract it.
Okay. That
Well,
makes
also,
sense.
Giovanni Ribisi on X-Files. That was his thing too. Right? He had lightning.
Getting struck by lightning?
Yeah. He was an electric, and Jack Black was his little friend. Anyway,
God.
I don't know.
I don't remember those. I remember that plot, but I did not remember it was those actors. The shows in the 90s are wild. So then she, what is it? She like is like, oh, you must be doing this for someone you love because you're so bad at this. And I like that she's like, all right, bye.
Bummer.
Yeah.
She says bummer.
She's like, okay, I'll go. I'm not going to fight you for this. Sure, take the fucking thing. She leaves. We go to the hotel. He's done the thing. This is so weird to me because now I'm like, I remember how she comes back when he's like, she's a higher being. Yeah. I saw her
Felt
baby.
permanent.
Yeah. And then we like see Cordy. And she says, what are you, deficient? Get me out of here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to pull the class because being able to see her POV from the higher plane confuses me even more about the story. Because she's bored, but that's not hell, right? Like that doesn't seem like it's an evil dimension.
Well, it sounds like, I mean, like when I was a kid going to church and they talk about heaven and stuff, I'm like, well, that sounds real boring. If there is no television, if there's no Nickelodeon in heaven, then what are we doing? Like, I was like, can Jesus not come back until like after I've lived? Because I don't really want to go. That sounds boring. And I feel like that's exactly what it sounds like with Cordelia. Like, read the room, Higher Powers. Do you really think Cordelia wants to go to a place that doesn't have malls? I don't think so.
Like, she wants a cute
Just
outfit.
standing there with her haircut, looking down, watching, like, boring as hell.
With her Kate Gosselin do.
Oh, God.
But so
They give her great hair when she comes back at season 5. Her
do.
goodbye hair is she great.
in my brain that was like Charisma Carpenter being like, all right, it's my last episode. I'm gonna pick my outfit. I'm gonna look hot as shit.
Yeah.
because
The
she
girls
does.
are going to
And
be
good
out.
for
Yeah.
her.
Yes. Ashley, what do you think about the fact that we can see Cordelia's POV?
I just don't like the way they did it. And like, she's a really good actor, and I feel like her scenes come off as not great, and it's because of the way that they did it.
Well, she's just stood there, just
Yeah,
making comments, and
I don't like it. I would have rather maybe like we got some flashbacks after she comes back, and there was maybe a little bit more going on than
Some
just
set
her,
dressing,
you know,
like
something besides her in a glowy light.
She's in the powers that be's like waiting room or something up there.
Yeah.
She's like
that is what
in her cubicle.
or like the dentist office, because that light, that's some fluorescent, that's some bright light.
In episode 1, Xana thought she was supposed to be a floating head.
Xana was like, I remembered her as a floating head, and I was like,
she's got just the white dress on.
Yeah, I don't.
That's funny.
I really thought it was just going to be her face.
That's funny. Yeah. Not only do I not love it, but I also just don't think it then makes sense with what we know is supposed to have happened. Like, it looks like a higher plane. Again, being bored sucks, but that doesn't feel like a hell dimension. You're just like kind of bored. Like,
what is her job? What's her job up there?
Yeah, like what is she doing?
Like interning as a power that be, I guess.
Like, does she talk to anyone? Is there like?
It's like she got hired for a job she didn't even interview for. One that she didn't even want. They're all of you. It's a very important job. Now you got it, and we're not paying a relocation fee or whatever. Like you got to move. Like Jesus Christ,
I got the impression she's alone.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
It does sound bad. But like.
The way I would go insane.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be like, get me out of here. Yeah,
all right. Well, some trivia for this episode. This is the only episode of season 4 and the last episode of the series not to include Andy Hullett. Gwen's last name, Raiden, is a reference to Rajan, also known as Raiden, the god of storms and thunder from Japanese Shinto mythology.
Oh, Mortal Kombat.
Also Mortal Kombat.
This is so on the nose, you know?
Yes.
If her mother's like, I shouldn't have married a man with the last name Raiden. I should have saw this coming. Yeah. Why did I marry John Carpenter?
Gunn mentions the time he and Angel stole the crazy-making Death Shroud, the Shroud of Ramen, and Angel mentions that he has done a heist like this. His heist like this one maybe twice before. In Buffy, the episode Choices, they break into the mayor's office to steal the box of Gavroks, and
Love Choices.
Blind Date, him and Lindsay steal hard drives from Wolfram and Hart. Angel reveals to Lila that he knows that her and Wesley are sleeping together, which started in Tomorrow. Favorite outfit, Barb?
Well, I really liked Wesley's like dirty workwear when he was out fighting the vampire. It was like he was wearing like a sweatshirt, but like the sleeves were like cut off and like rolled up a little bit, like jeans. Like we like just a greasy nerd. Also, this episode has that sexy shot of him like slicing that demon in half, and it's like bam, hero shot for the opening credits.
The opening credits, yeah.
So good, yeah.
Ashley?
Gwen's red leather. Obviously.
Duh. Colin?
I also gave it to Gwen, but I mean, Barb, great call on Hot Wesley.
Just Hot Wesley, I don't know. Well, also, Gwen goes without saying. I mean, she's there to make a statement. She's like, we all knew some girl in high school like that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we were that girl in high
school. She would fit in at the high school Euphoria. Gwen is also my favorite look because fucking duh. Favorite scene, Colin?
It's the sexy fight dancing between Angel and Gwen.
All right, fair. Barb?
I really like just the flipboard, the work playing the heist, and I drew a ghost, and like that's a nice little bit of comedy. Yeah.
Ashley?
Angel versus Gwen and their hot kiss in the elevator. You brought me on to be horny. I'm delivering.
Thank you.
This episode.
Yeah, I mean, same though. I put, honestly, the Gwen Angel stuff was hot. That's what I put in my notes. What grade do we give this episode, Ashley?
Okay, so I gave it a B because I feel like it did what it needed to do. It's entertaining. Gwen is hot. It gets B.
Yeah, that's fair. Colin?
I gave it a B as well. Yeah, all the same reasons.
Barb?
Yeah, I mean, like, is there anything between a B and a B minus? A B. I guess a B. I'm gonna round up. I mean, like, it's you know, I watched the premiere. Hulu kept playing. I watched the second episode. Hulu's still playing. You know, like that's what it feels like.
Yeah, no, Barb, it's funny because I put B minus and I was like, no, that feels too low. And then I put a B and I was like, but that feels too high.
Yeah, it's inoffensive. Like there isn't anything that I can be like, well, this.
Yeah.
You know, the worst thing about it is how the whole Cordelia staging's like real weird, but like that ain't bad enough to.
And it's not.
It isn't like
enough.
enough a part of the show for me to be like, well, B minus. I don't
Yeah. And like we get this character that is fun, and we get her again, which
she comes back.
I feel like it makes it better because we know that we will see her again. So it's like, okay, cool. This isn't just like her last thing. Yeah. And it's like, it's not. There's probably other episodes I've given a B to that I like better, but I do feel like for what it is, this would normally be a clunker of an episode, and it's not a full clunker. So
does she come back to fight the Beast?
Yes.
See, that is
she's back 2 more times this season.
Yeah. Okay. See, that does exactly what I want. Like,
yes,
we have to fight this guy. Get the woman who controls electricity. Like, I love that. Yeah. I love that.
Like, she feels like she would be useful a lot of the time for this crew.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah, she would have been a great full-time addition.
She really would have been. Yeah. Like, it's a bummer because I feel like season 5, whatever weird budget things they did, like Lila doesn't come back, and I feel like Gwen could have been a character that could have easily come back, but they like dropped her along with a lot of other things that they dropped. Because I think in the comics, the Angel comics, they have her date Gunn, which makes sense.
Okay, that makes more sense.
I could, yeah. Oh, Ashley doesn't like it.
I don't know. Let me sit on it.
All right.
I like it better than Fred, though.
Well, thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for listening. If you like Slayerfest 98, you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere else you get your podcasts. You can watch our video recordings because all of our recordings are video now on our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. Give us a good rating, please. It helps get the podcast out there. If you want to follow us on social, we are at SlayerFestX98 on all social media platforms. If you want to support us on Patreon, we are going through Buffy Season 5 for its 25th anniversary, and also X-Men the Animated Series and Batman the Animated Series and a lot of other random things. Any and all support is much appreciated. If you want to follow me, I'm at Ian X Carlos. Barb, where can everyone find you and Brett and your website?
Oh, who's Brett? Well, if you want to know, you can go to Pop Heist, which is the website that I run. Yeah, drag queens in charge of journalism. Please subscribe. It's like $7 a month and you get fun recaps. We currently have recaps of I, Claudius, G.I. Joe, Murder, She Wrote, Dark, and Freaks and Geeks. What a wild lineup. I love that. And then you can also follow me on Instagram at Barb Hardly, and also my YouTube, where hopefully I will be filming a lot more content today, and I will be populating it while I for the rest of the year. I don't know.
And I also write for Pop Heist, so you can
yes.
find...
Oh, yeah. He did a lovely little 10 characters, and he come back, and I made some. Oh, I just got caught to my dress. Oh, I lost the sequin. Anyway, you know what? Move on.
I really like the graphic
Fall
you
apart.
did for it. Ashley, where can everyone find you and your podcast?
Yeah, I do a podcast about Heartstopper, and you can find us on all socials at Why Are We Cast, and you can listen to us anywhere you get podcasts. And if you want to find me, I'm on Instagram at 'Cause I'm Feeling Fine. I have a Blue Sky, but I forget that it exists for like most of the time. But if you want to try, it's MythTaken314.
Colin, where can everyone find you?
I am on Blue Sky and Instagram at csmith03.
All right, everybody. We will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.